Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Tonight we're going to do a little ATS. We've been doing a lot of ETS too. Thought we'd do a little ATS. So you can see we got a 389, 550 horsepower Cummins. It's got a 7-speed in it, which is awesome and also kind of a nightmare. And you can see it's got those flags on it because we're hauling scraper, I believe, 45 tons. Hauling a scraper from Phoenix, Arizona to somewhere up in the hills in New Mexico. So, let's get her going. Artesia, New Mexico. That's it. All right. I think this will be the first American Truck Simulator vid that I've posted. And there it is. That's from the heavy cargo pack. Oh. Love it. Okay. Let's... What we got? 578 miles. I might do this in one episode. I might split it up. We'll see. But I've been having just a fantastic frame rate lately. Everything's been going really, really good with my system. And just felt like doing some ATS. I may also, I'll be real with you. It's evening here. It's like 6 o'clock. Normally I record these much earlier in the day, but it's evening here, and it's entirely possible that I'm going to have a little wine tonight as we're driving. Don't drink and drive, kids. It's bad news. And, oh, this damn 7-speed. I don't know why I put this transmission in. I think just to be difficult, like just to be a pain in my own ass. But it is, upshifting, you have to hold it and just hold it and hold it so much further than you would think you should. And then downshifting, you have to wait till it's almost lugging. Like, yeah, see right there, I grabbed that gear way too early. All right. Well, we're going to make the most of it. And this thing is what, 90,000 pounds? Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, I think 7-speed is kind of where you want to be for something this heavy, and it's like, not necessarily, because it's just, the jump between gears is just massive. Yeah, I have to go down to first to get up this ramp. Right. I don't know why my turn signal just turned off. Yeah, see, second gonna do it. Maybe. Get up there. Maybe. Oh. Maybe. Come on. Grunt. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then we're immediately getting off again. All right. So I think, I'm on these HP Omen laptops. I'm the portable gamer, man. Got to keep it portable. And I'm on laptops. Laptops, plural, multiple laptops. And I do this thing with all my laptops. When I get a new laptop, I do this thing where I go in and I pull out. I mean, when you get a new laptop, other than if you build it yourself, but even then, if you install an OS, there's a bunch of crap on there, and just it's a scene, man. It's a scene. I go in and I pull all the bloatware off, and just all all the junk that Microsoft, yeah, things you don't want and don't need. Like, well, I don't need Microsoft Office on my gaming laptop. That's not, oh, skating all over. Not a priority for me. Yes, I am waiting to get back up to 55. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, yeah, we got it. Oh, 65 here, so I could probably, let's do this. So yeah, I pulled everything off, and I saw across the board on virtually all sims, I would say I saw not, I don't want to say FPS in terms of like a static FPS number, but I would say more like 10%. I think I saw about a 10% FPS jump. So on something like, somehow on Project Cars 2, I'm over 100 FPS with settings cranked way up. Nothing's on ultra, but it's all pretty high. And I saw, you know, a 10 FPS jump. And we go to 75. Okay. Let me get my brights off here. I know. Okay. And then just as I get there, all the traffic disappears. Whoa. This thing is heavy, pulling my truck around. So, yeah, on everything I saw about a plus 10% bump, including ATS, and that takes me from 55 to 60 plus. So that lets me tweak a few settings just a little bit higher and end up back where we were, which is between 55 and 60. It drops a little bit when you go into cities. Like you go into Las Vegas, you're going to lose FPS, you know that. But for the most part, we're holding right around between 55 and 60. And I think being able to hold the higher graphics settings with that FPS, you know, being able to maintain that FPS for me on a laptop is just phenomenal. And I mean, it's not, I would love to have a $5,000 custom gaming laptop. I really would. I'd love to have a lot of things, but I don't, you know. And that's just the way life is, and that's not good or bad. It's just fact. So, you know, I got to work with what I got to work with, and I've known for years all the tricks to like squeeze the maximum performance out of equipment, including for the longest time I was gaming. I was playing like kind of high-end simulation games on a $400 Sam's Club HP Pavilion, and I had gone in there and just tweaked that thing, just squeezed it for FPS. And I mean, it wasn't great. It was what it was. You could see it was not a gaming laptop. It was not a gaming machine at all, but I made it work. And you know, I would joke with my girl, like, when I get on a gaming system, I'm going to do the same thing to my gaming system that I did to that poor little Pavilion. And if I could squeeze FPS out of that thing that was never built for gaming, think what I'll be able to squeeze out of something that is built for gaming, and that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, we're holding really steady. What else? Yeah, Project Cars and Assetto Corsa, I'm both like, both of those 75 to 100 FPS. Farm Sim 2017, I'm holding steady right about 60, not capped, but holding steady right about 60. Cattle and Crops, depends. Sometimes I'm really steady at 60, almost to seem like I'm locked at 60. And then other times, Jesus, this trailer's heavy. And then other times it drops a little bit. You know, if you go low angle, you go in cab or something, you know how the simulation life is. So, right, driving through Tucson. So yeah, man, just living the dream. I don't know. I feel like, so we were just in fifth, like, not, I don't know if we were at the red line, but we were revving the shit out of this thing. And not accelerating, but then I drop down to 6 and start to lose a little speed. Oh, there you go. Maybe coming back up. Maybe. It's a scene, man. That's 90,000 pounds. We got something happening up here. Are we exiting? No. Ooh. God. I hear people say this game isn't eye candy. I don't know, man. It's kind of eye candy to me. To me, that's a little bit eye candy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just easily amused, but that looks pretty eye candy. The other nice thing about ATS versus ETS2 is I don't know, man. That's pretty eye candy right there. Shit, throwing this thing around like a two-door Honda. That's not smart. The other advantage that I see of ATS over ETS2 is there's so few mods for ATS. It's like you never crash in this game, and the game itself never crashes. You know what I mean? Like you don't crash the desktop in ATS. It just doesn't happen because there aren't enough big comprehensive mods. At some point, somebody's going to make like pro mods of the United States. I can't imagine it's the pro mods crew because they got their hands full, but you know what I mean. Somebody's going to make like, yeah, and maybe then we'll start crashing. But for now, this game is just rock solid. So I have no concerns at all that I will crash tonight. And we may be able to do this without sleeping. I guess I could take a look. Right, we'll get up this hill here and then we'll take a look. Whoa. Scary. Okay, 10 hours till we have to sleep, 7 hours to make the delivery. So it's not likely that we're going to have to sleep tonight. Which is a little disappointing because it means we're going to have to make the trip at night. And it seems like all my trips are at night. But, I love driving at night. In SimWorld and in the real world, I love driving at night. It's my favorite thing. Which is a funny thing to say because it's not my favorite thing. There's got to be 50 things that I like more than driving at night. Although I do like it quite a bit. So yeah, I think we're going to be, because it's not even midnight yet, and we got 7 hours to go, so we'll be finishing up just as the sun comes up around 5 a.m. Oh. So we'll drive at night. Big deal. And if I can get my hand back there without crashing. 26 hours. I mean, we could sleep and then finish the delivery tomorrow, but we'd have to sleep like straight away. We'd have to sleep very soon so we could then wake up at 8 and be driving in daylight, because if we go to sleep at 3 a.m. I don't know, man. That looks pretty eye candy to me. What? Did I smack a fool? Maybe I did. Well, that's ridiculous. No damage to the trailer, though, so we're alright. Yeah, if I don't go to sleep soon, there's no point sleeping tonight, because if I go to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m., then we'll sleep till the following afternoon and end up... Well, it'll be evening. It won't be nighttime, but you know what I mean. We're going to sleep. Let's do it now so we can drive all day. Just got to find a place to sleep. If they give us one. Yeah, this transmission is always in between gears with that 7-speed. There's no... I feel like there's no right gear. Jesus. I feel like there's no right gear with the 7-speed and 90,000 pounds. But you know what? It's kind of miserable, and somehow that works for me. I don't understand exactly. I think I have one of those personalities. I'm not saying I was like born to suffer, but the more difficult and frustrating and challenging things are, the more I kind of like it. It's like a thing about me. Oh shoot! Now we're stuck over here. Where is this going to send me? Do not put me in the left lane. Nope. Okay. Alright. A little downhill run here. I don't know if we're in New Mexico now or not. I think we are. Oh, just about to cross into it. There we go. There's New Mexico. Yeah, this is, I mean, doing this is great. I love it at night. It's more challenging, but it's super immersive at night. It just feels like, I mean, I used to live here. I used to live in this area. I used to live in Four Corners, and then I lived in Northern California up on the 395. So like, this is all very familiar to me, this terrain. And to me, it's very accurately modeled, and this is what it feels like driving, oh god, especially Interstate 80 across northern Nevada. It's creepy as shit, man. Like, you see the same hitchhiker twice, and you just know that's a skinwalker. It's creepy, man. It's so haunted out there. And driving that road at night, and like, I'll be real with you, I don't even really like driving I-80 at night. I would prefer to drive it in the daytime. I do not. I wouldn't say it scares me, but it almost scares me. It's a creepy road. But there's times you have to drive it at night. That's just, where your schedule puts you or whatever. So it's just got, this isn't I-80, I know, but it's just got this feel to it. At the same time, I know if you're watching it, you probably can't see shit, and it's like, well, it just looks dark. It's just dark. So yeah, sorry about that, but I take the jobs. I guess I should get in the habit more of sleeping and then, taking jobs in the morning. I think it might be starting to rain. Can't tell. Right. Whoa. Jesus. Oh. If I finish this job with no damage, the stunts that the AI is pulling right now, it'll be a miracle. Christmas miracle in March. Right. Okay. It's late enough now. I think we're just going to go straight through. I don't think we're going to sleep. I think we'll just go straight through and finish. The sun will be coming up. Well, I was going to say the sun will be coming up in the morning, but yeah, that's kind of a given. Right. I need, like, I'm in 6th right now. I'm not quite lugging, but it's definitely not accelerating 90,000 pounds. But if I go to 5, it'll be like well over 2,000 RPM. So, and I think we'll be okay on our delivery time. I don't think we're 66 out of 75. I don't think we'll impact our delivery time. Jesus. Trailer. I feel like this trailer is just yanking this truck all over the highway. I also feel like everybody's going slower than the speed limit tonight, and I got to keep jumping out in the hammer lane, and I don't have a problem with that. I just don't want to stay out here. So I feel like I jump in the hammer lane, pass somebody, and then it's time to get back over, and that's the dicey part for me. It's not being out here, it's getting back over there. It'd be great if we could like get to 75 and stay there, but I feel like I don't even know if we've made it to 7th gear yet. Right, a little smoother that time. $75, finally. Okay. And now I think we're just about to get into the mountains. And I swear I can see rain on the windshield. No? Well, we had 75 for a minute. Just for a minute. Right. We're still good on fuel, I hope. Right, coming up on 200 miles. Making good time. Are we gonna make it? Oh yeah, we don't need to sleep for 7 hours. We'll be there in 4. So we're good on time. I think we're good on fuel. I think we can go 200 miles with what we've got. In fact, I can try to look if I can get my hand up here. Yeah. So we're right. Good on sleep, we're good on fuel. And I would love to see 75 again. We had it, just for a second we had it. There it is. I also think we're driving down off a mountain right now. Oh, this is fantastic. What is this hairpin business up here? Oh dear. Okay. So we'll go ahead and exit then. Jesus. Okay. Did not see that coming. I mean, I saw it coming on the GPS, but I was not expecting that at all. But oh, we get a little downhill run right here. See if we can get some speed back. Yeah, 5's too short, 6 is too tall. Right in the middle. Doesn't feel like we're climbing, but I feel like we're very slowly losing revs, so we must be climbing. Oh, no, we're getting a few back. So maybe we're not climbing. Right. So leveled off, descending. I think we're descending now. Yeah, we are. Oh dear. Okay. Now the next problem is, and I'm getting ahead of myself here, but the next problem is the deliveries for these long trailers in ATS. You know, there's tandems and crazy stuff in ETS2 now, and they let you pull through. You don't have to back them up because it's next to impossible to back up a dolly trailer. But you pull it through, right? Sun's coming up, by the way, too. You pull it through and everything's fine. It seems like in ATS, the pull-throughs, I can't ever get them to work. Like, I cannot get something going on up here. I feel like I cannot get and we're stopping. All right. I feel like I can't get the trailer lined up in the box in ATS heavy cargo. No matter how hard I try, I feel like I've never gotten one in there. It drives me crazy because you know, you got to overcompensate a little bit. Like you go a little bit too far, and then you bring it back, and then that, and I just can't seem to get it in there. So a little bit ahead of myself, I realize. Still good on mileage. I'm a little bit ahead of myself because we're not there yet, but I just feel like you know, I'm frustrated that I don't seem to be able to get these long trailers positioned properly for the pull through to get the credit for the delivery. Right. You know, I don't like ATS as much as I like ETS, but this is it's a pretty good game, and I got to appreciate the area that they chose to model. And I've talked about this in another ATS vid, maybe in an ETS2 vid. I don't know. I don't remember. But like, if you're going to model the United States for a trucking game, what else can it be but the Southwest? Like, it's got to be. There's no, yeah. And I know. I mean, give SCS enough time, and eventually they will model, I believe, all of Europe and all of the United States for their truck simulators. But for right now, I think it's a pretty good place to start. I wish there were more mods. I wish there were more trucks, but, you know, what can you do? I think one of the challenges is there just aren't that many American trucks, right? Not like, because what do you, in ETS2, what do you have? You have MAN and Mercedes. You have Volvo, DAF, Scania, Iveco, and, is that right? DAF. Trying to list them out loud. DAF, Mercedes, MAN, Iveco, Volvo, Scania. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, okay, so we'll say that's it. But that's 6, and then there's, okay, I guess there's 1 or 2 models per brand. In ATS, you've got 2 brands, and they each have 2 models. because I guess they couldn't get the licensing for Volvo. I don't know how that went down. But either way, there's not a whole lot of variety. And fortunately, I love the Peterbilt 389, and like, I'm fanboy resistant. I don't like being a fanboy ever, but there's no reason for me to have a Kenworth truck in this game because I just really love Peterbilt trucks. So that all works out. But then, you know, so what's it going to be? It's going to be a 389, and it's going to be a 579, and then the 389, it's going to be what, a flat top sleeper, or it's going to be a day cab. And I got one of each. And then, you know, now what do you do? So, well, this is cool. We'll be able to, we're going the wrong direction. No, we're not. We're going the right direction. Fantastic. We're heading east. So it's possible we'll be driving right into the sunrise, which is always beautiful in this game. Right? Now, I know right about now you're like, dude, shift up. But if I do with this little grade that we're about to get to, it's just immediately, yeah, see that? Immediately going to start dropping revs. 7-speed is not cut out for 45 tons. Right there, I feel like we're on the rev limiter. Okay, there we go. Accelerating. 100 miles to go. And I believe it's 2-lane all the way to Artesia. Suits me just fine. Oh, look at that. You know, sometimes everything just works out. Don't tell me this game isn't eye candy. Look at that. I very nearly dropped an F-bomb right there and got myself demonetized. Don't tell me this game isn't eye candy. That is the realest right there. I used to live there. I used to live in this part of the United States, and that's it, man. That's what it looks like. So now, to me, this game is eye candy. I say eye candy. I say eye candy. This is beautiful. Right. Just noticed the speed limit. When we crested that hill, I think it's the first opportunity we've had to actually exceed the speed limit, so be super careful. Well, this is kind of a small road. It's a big truck on a small road. Right. Okay. So when we get to the yard to drop this off, I'm going to take one more look because we picked this thing up in the dark, and I like the way these complicated compound trailers look. I like hauling these things around. My favorite has to be the Jeep and the Stinger. Right. And we've held good FPS all night too. Well, all night, you know, in the game. It's been, I guess, maybe 40 minutes in real time. And my fans have barely come on. Right. 60 miles. Doing okay. glad I jumped back in the cab when I did. Oh, we got a little downhill going on here. Okay. Oh, brother. Why you gotta do me like that? Jeezy Pete's. Whew. Those are the damages that I like taking the least. I mean, I hate taking damage, but that right there is the damage that really just, oh. Like, I get it, you know, I was slowing down, I was braking on the hill, and the AI, you know, the code said go ahead and pass. Then as soon as he did, coming to that curve, I get it, you know, I know it's not like out to get me, but Jeezy Pete's, pull in front of me and stop with this trailer on. What do we got? Running out of fuel, we got 45 miles. I think we'll make it. But, and we got plenty of time. That's kind of irks me a little bit, because we could have stopped anywhere for fuel. We were not in a hurry at all. I don't know how we got so low. Man, I hope we don't run out. That'd be crazy. Let me try to tap my... It says we got 150 miles left in the tank. Right. Going a little wide there. Drifting, drifting. Is this John Law up here? No. Saw that truck about to go around the corner. Thought it was a little speed trap for Sweet William, but it's not. All right. I'm trying to think. I guess I've been everywhere on the map for one of my Steam achievements, so I know I've been to Artesia, New Mexico, but I can't remember it. So I'm kind of curious what it looks like. Man, my drivers, I just looked over at my bank account. I've got 4 drivers on, and we've only ever had, we had 5 trucks. I had the Viper 389 2.1, but I was having some serious problems with the mirrors. I had to crash that Honda. So that's gone. So we're down to 4 trucks now and 3 drivers. And we're just making money hand over fist. I'm making money faster than I know how to spend it. And I'm pretty good at spending money. Right. I believe we're getting into town. And we got plenty of time for this. Yeah. Got 18 hours to get it delivered. Right. Delivery looks like it's on the left side of the highway. Short lights in Artesia, New Mexico. Oi. Oh dear. Mount the curb. Don't. What is that? It's like a little Pontiac. Don't hit the Pontiac. Don't hit anything. We are way low on gas, but we've only got to go another mile, so I think we'll be okay. Catching all the lights today. Let me take a tug on this vape while we're waiting. We had a green arrow. Shoot, now I can't see it. Yeah. With the visor, I gotta break the, Jesus, that thing's big. I gotta break the immersion and go third person because I can't see that light from inside with my visor. Oh, hey, buddy. Really? Okay. I don't know how that went down. Now. I know, Pumpkin. We'll get you some sleep. There it is. Here's my drop off. Now this part, for the life of me, man, I cannot get like lined up. Right? This guy. Pretty glum. Right? Oh. Okay, nobody touch anything. Let's take a look outside. Right. That is a scraper. How'd we do? Beautiful. I'll take it. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by to join the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. We will see you down the road a ways. Take care.